morning. So as you can see from the title of this video, we will be outlining our novel today. While I would love to be the kind of person who would just pants it and wing it and see where we end up, and I think that would be really fun and exciting, I also know my brain well enough that if I don't give it some sort of structure and focus and roadmap, I will end up who knows where. I'm well known for going off on tangents just in a general conversation. So I really need to give myself something to stick to and a goal. So I'm going to go through all my notebooks today, try and piece together all the ideas I've had, and place it in some sort of order. Now, I don't know whether I will go chapter by chapter outline or just a general big moments that happen, but I definitely need to give myself something. Also, I want to start writing. I really want to just crack on. So I want to get this outline done today, finished, and ready to start writing tomorrow. I'm also going on holiday in a week's time, and I want to have all of this ready so I can write on holiday without having to take all my paperwork and notebooks and everything else like that. So. Okay, so I think this is going to be easier, one, if I have more space, and two, I've got some index cards somewhere, so I think if I write them on there, I'll be able to see the layout of it a bit better, because this is all getting a bit higgledy-piggledy. So one of the things that I'm struggling is sort of where to start it. So Nasiria is an assassin. She has grown up in an orphanage run by the court, who basically steal children to bring them up to become loyal to them. The court will be, I'm thinking there's going to be some sort of government, but these court will be the ultimate level. They'll be completely in charge and making all the actual decisions, but the people won't realise this. So I'm thinking this orphanage is going to be split into different areas. So obviously not everyone's going to be an assassin. We're going to need people who are going to be infiltrated into the government, into the working system, almost like spies. So they'll be in every level of society. The court's going to need their people in it. I think the court are going to still portray this level of doing things for the greater good. And so this is how they'll keep people from their orphanage on their side. So Nasiria's gone through all this schooling and she's come out the other end. She's probably one of their top assassins. I don't know whether to start this story with her still in that school or whether she's already graduated and she can still go back for certain reasons, but not necessarily to have her in that school era. So I'm not really sure. But the first scene, I think, will be her hunting down. So we're going to have demons, and the court have basically explained that the wall between them and the demon realm is really thin. They keep coming on over, and it's their job to basically dispose of any demon that comes in. The demons are trying to come through because they're trying to steal the magic of the Nairen, who are the name for what I've named the people with a certain type of magic in this thing. So I'm thinking the first scene will be Nasiria going through the streets, hunting down this demon who is currently hunting another little boy. I'm thinking old school 1800s London. That's sort of the vibe I've got in my head for the structure and the architecture and things like that. So that's where we are there. Anyway, let's do that bit. I don't know whether to take that as a sign that my outline was really rubbish and I should come up with a new idea. That was really bad. Oh, all right, let's try that one again. Plus side, it was only a few of them, so that's not too bad. All right, I'm going to carry on. I've got a basic idea of how it's going to start, but I'll finish all this off and then I'll kind of read it through in order, because otherwise I think I'm going to jump back and forth and it'll get a bit confusing. Okay, so we've got most of our outline done. There's some bits that I can't quite make up my mind what I want it to do or where I want them to go. But apart from that, I'm actually quite pleased with where I've got to. I am 100% a visual person, so I think this will really help having this by my desk to know what I'm aiming for and what kind of mood I want people to be in at what place. I know it's going to change as I move forwards and I get to know the characters more and find out what they would actually do in certain situations. But I think it sounds, I think it sounds interesting, but I think it's going to be a really fun and interesting story to write. And I'm quite excited to know sort of how I get these characters into different situations and then how they would get themselves out of it. There are definite holes in here. I can see that from the start, but I think it's a really good place to set off from. And I'm really excited to actually get started on it and actually get writing, which will be tomorrow because it is way too late now. I've spent the entire day fixing this, which I'm happy with, and I'm pleased that I actually did it. I am thinking of putting all of this in an online system. I heard someone online using, was it Milanote or something like that, where you can look at it as in like a spider web form, which would be really cool. I'll have a look through some of the ones online, what ones I want to use. But yeah, no, I'm pleased with this one. I do need to flesh out my characters a bit more. I've written some up there, which I'll put on the bottom. And yeah, no, I quite like it. And also, in case anyone asks, there is absolutely no rhyme or reason to the colours of my notes. They were literally whatever ones were next to me. So maybe later on I'll make it more colour coordinated. Where am I there? But, oh no, that's one short. That's a little bit annoying, isn't it? But let me get the character ones and I'll quickly show you those before we finish up. Okay, you're currently on a chair, so it might be a little bit squiffy. But what I've done here is I've just added in, so here's my main character, Nasiria. She's about 25 years old. She's an Iron princess. This is just her backstory that she doesn't know about from one of the other islands. So Soul Shades is, I don't know if I spoke about it before, I want them to have elemental magic, but I want there to be like a few elite of them that can actually pull that elemental magic and it comes out into almost like a celestial animal type thing. And only people with true power can do this. And what I'm thinking of the backstory for that is they actually come from another land and either travelled across on their own or were kidnapped and sold. I haven't figured it out yet. So Nasiria's one is going to be a dragon, but I don't want her to have access to this yet. So I think that's going to be more hidden, bound, something there. She is an assassin, and a Vanator is what they're going to be called in the story instead of assassin. She's going to be raised by the court, and I've put level 8 at the bottom here. I'm just thinking of like when they have access to all their magic, what level they're on. So for example, we have got Kalen, so he is going to be the rebel leader. He is, he's half Nyran, half demon. So I'm thinking that his mother was taken and captured and produced him, but he would know, but I don't think the demon that impregnated his mother would know. So, and then, well, I haven't actually put a level on that, so I can't figure that out. And then, yeah, so that's basically it. I've got Torin and Tala, they're going to be twins of the rebel group. So just to try and keep everything, again, consistent. So, and I've put their, what is the word? Element. It's been a really long day, all right? I've put their elements just next to them so I can remember what each one of them's got. So I've got the basics. So character-wise, we've got Nasiria, she's our main protagonist, and then her best friend is Hayley. All right, so that's it from their side. And then we have Lyra and Alice. These are going to be best friends with some association to Nasiria. So that's them. Then on the rebel side, I've got Kaelin, who is going to be one of the top leaders. And then his right-hand man and woman, they're going to be twins, Torin and Tala. These are going to be, his good friends. I thought I had the idea for another one. I can't remember now. And then we've got Malis. So I don't really like that name. That's what we've got for the moment. She is the head of our order. And I've just got the order of the names here. I haven't delved too deep into them. I really want to get to know their backstory a bit more. With Malis, my backstory at the moment, I'm thinking, is when she was younger, it's definitely, the society that they live in is definitely prejudiced towards people with low magic. So I'm thinking when she was younger, she had really low magic, she was bullied and teased and taunted and was really driven to climb up the ladder, but she couldn't because no one wanted to work with her because, well, she had no magic. So her and her friends is a very loose term. There were 3 of them that were basically went through the same sort of thing. And Malis found a way to make a deal with one of the demons so she could siphon off magic from other people. Have worked their way up the courts, gaining more and more magic, so more and more power, like physical power, but also the power that comes from being in society. And that's how they made their way up to form that court. So that's her basic backstory, but I do want to write a deeper one for that. But I'm really pleased. So I've got my main characters here. More will obviously be added, but that's where we are for the moment. And I've got my outline. So I would say that is a good day. So that's it for today. It's been a really long day, but I'm really pleased with where we've got to. And I'm looking forward to cracking on with writing tomorrow. All right, see you then.